Time now for Restoring the Soul of Healthcare from the Help Care Clinic in Austin.
And it is that time, and we welcome you into hour 2 of Right Here, Right Now for this Thursday morning on AM 1480 KEUS. And as always, good enough to be with us on our 10 to 10 feature on this date, as you just heard, Restoring the Soul of Healthcare, and Lee Acey and Dr. Dave Strobel with us here this morning. And gentlemen, a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thanks, Jason. Good to be with you.
Okay. I see a new group membership program that's not just for employers that you guys are offering, and that's kind of going to be our topic today. Is that correct? Or?
Yeah, it is. And I just wanted to start by giving a little context. As you know, Healthcare Clinic, the whole idea was to provide unhurried, consistent personal primary care through an affordable membership that doesn't use insurance. So it includes the office visits with no per-visit charge and more than 60 commonly needed diagnostic blood tests with no copay, the first 2 generic prescription at no charge, and even includes metabolic health coaching at no charge to help members get and stay healthy. And from the beginning, we've had this vision, and it's Dr. Dave's vision. I want to have him talk about a little bit about being able to support employers who aren't able to afford to provide, full insurance coverage, to be able to offer some kind of benefit for their employees. And Dr. Dave, would you like to talk about that a bit?
Yeah, this is something that's been kind of heavy on my heart for quite a while, and that is the small businesses that just are not in a position to be able to offer healthcare benefits. And so then they have employees that, say, well, I love working here, but I just got to get a different job because I need to get benefits. And so then they go and they leave. And if you're an employer with, 8 employees and somebody leaves for that reason, you just lost an eighth of your workforce. Everybody else got to pick up the slack, and then you got to get somebody else to into that position and retrain them, and the cost is high and the frustrations are high. And so figuring out, well, how do you do this? So my vision was, well, if the employer would, contribute for the membership, then they could do that and have a fairly low cost thing. So we've got our employer subsidized plan, and then they might be able to then pay for part of the premiums for a high deductible insurance that doesn't cost them too much, but that way the employee has a safety net. And then my final thought was that we would have our foundation eventually be robust enough in balance to be able to then potentially provide low-interest loans for people that have a high deductible plan, but they haven't really built up enough savings to be able to cover that deductible. So that way they would be able to take advantage of that. And because they have a high deductible plan, then they would be eligible for a health savings account. So then they could build that up, and the employer could even help with that. So thinking in terms of, that way they could have a pretty good outpatient plan that's a clinic plan, a catastrophic plan that helps them fund a health savings account, and then have a safety net available potentially to be able to make it easier for people to take that step, even if they didn't quite have enough saved up to cover a higher deductible. And that way employers would be able to develop a pretty robust health care plan without having to lose their employees as much.
Yeah, and so that's the big vision that we're heading towards, but so it's how do you get there from here? And part of the way we talked about that is, we've got the employer subsidized membership where our employers save about 30%, off of the membership. The rates are that much lower for the employers who pay for at least half of their employees' membership. Then we have another version of the corporate membership called the employer sponsored, where we give $20 a month savings if the employer isn't able to support the membership at all, isn't able to pay for it, but helps to facilitate and encourage employees to sign up as members. And we've had more than 500 people in the community already signing up. And some of them have been signing up as individuals. Some of them have been signing up as one of these corporate plans. And then as we got to thinking about it, we said, well, why should we have these group? Part of the reason for giving the reduction for those employer-sponsored plans, the ones where they're not contributing toward it, is that they're lowering our cost of signing up new members. And we're sharing the savings with them. And we said, well, why does it have to just be for workplace-based groups? Why couldn't it be related to other groups? How about customers of an implement dealer or Farm Bureau members or other kinds of associations? So we figured churches and parent associations or unions or service clubs or other nonprofit groups, or just even within a workplace, employees within the same workplace who decide, hey, I'd like to set up a group, where we kind of band together and we can get a better, even more savings than what we get through the regular membership. And so that's why we created the group membership. So there's no minimum size for the group. There's no requirement that all the people in the group sign up or half the people. Jesus said, when two or more are gathered in my name, I'm there in their midst, and we kind of have that same thing. If there's a group that is wanting to help join together to save and to help us build this alternative for healthcare in Austin, we want to be able to share some of the savings with them, so that and so part of what we have with this is they save $20 a month. So any member of a group that signs up with us saves $20 a month on their monthly dues, whether single, couple, or family. And then we're also waiving that $99 initiation fee for the group members, because they're facilitating, making it easier for us to sign up new members and reducing our costs, and so we're passing that along to them. And then we have one, as we talked about it further, Dr. Dave was saying, well, what about our current members, the people who've already joined? I mean, shouldn't we let them be able to, sort of form their own groups and so that's why we created a program called Healthcare Clinic Champions, which we're also announcing today. So essentially it's meaning that any of our current members who want to be able to share with their family and friends or associates or neighbors or customers or coworkers or congregants or club members or whoever, that we give them a special code that they can use to share with their friends, and they can get that same group rate. So essentially it's a group of groups. We're excited about this as a way to potentially grow we're really confident it'll grow the membership here, which will allow us to increase the amount of services we're able to provide and really make it a vibrant, even more vibrant healthcare alternative in Austin.
I guess you could say it's and this has kind of been with I guess your mantra from the start, but these two or just what you guys have been talking about, even more so. But it's about partnering with the community, and like I just said, obviously these new programs that you're offering helps that cause even more.
Yeah, I mean, we recognize we can't do it alone. And we, our founding members, the people who joined right up front, were, really crucial for us, because this wouldn't exist without them. That without their belief in the vision and without their support and early membership, this wouldn't have happened. But for this to continue to grow and thrive and be a, really increasingly helpful resource for the community, inviting people to partner with us, to join with us is really what this is all about.
All right. And people want to learn more about this, Lee and Dr. Dave, and a ton of other great information, all available on your webpage. Again, then that's, of course, healthcare.health, and they can go there and become members and learn about what we've just been talking about, and a ton of other great features available there, too.
Yes, we got a couple posts today about both the Champions program, the Healthcare Clinic Champions program, as well as then the group membership. So encourage them to go to healthcare.health, that's HELPCARE.health, or they can give us a call at 507-279-2345, or just stop by to visit us. We're at 308 4th Avenue Northwest in Austin, just a block east of St. Augustine's, and really convenient and ample parking, and just encourage them to come see for themselves what this is all about.
Exactly. Stop in and yeah, like you say, exactly see what it's all about and become a member. And Lee Acey, Dr. Dave Strobel, gentlemen, thanks as always. A lot of great information for us as always every Thursday on restoring the soul of healthcare and here on AIM 1480 KUS. And again, gentlemen, have yourselves a great week. Heads up with the storm coming here tonight and into tomorrow. But in all seriousness, as always, thanks for being with us, and we'll talk again soon.
Thank you, Jason.
Thanks so much.
Have a blessed day.
You bet.
Appreciate it.
Take care.